everybody, and welcome back to Galen. Darling, solve a murder? I don't know if I could... Does it count as a murder if it was a robot?
We're here today to talk about the fact that Nekomaru's warranty has expired.
Ooh, sick burn.
And, like most Apple products, you aren't allowed to repair him.
Yeah. Even if you have the world's greatest mechanic on your side.
Yeah, because that would be, fair.
Yeah, that'd be too easy. So
I'm not talking about the game, I'm talking about Apple.
So, before we jump into the trial, I want to take, just 2 minutes, very short, let's rehash who done it. This one, I think, is actually the most confusing we've had so far.
There's a lot of plot. Here's my thing with the last one.
Mm-hmm.
There was no motivation that we could know. We knew it probably would have been the sickness or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But the problem with that was that the motivation relied on information that we didn't know. We didn't know Mikan's past or whatever would drive her crazy.
Yes. We didn't even know that she had, regained her past memories.
Yeah. But Mikan was still pretty much our lead suspect.
Yes.
We had kind of, to some degree, figured out, okay, she was sick, whatever. This one seems so far entirely based on the mechanics of the murder, right? Because there has also not been a lot of... the motivation was there, right? The hunger thing.
But that's for everybody.
It doesn't seem like that was really relevant.
Mm-hmm.
No one was really... Soda was freaking out a little bit, but everyone was pretty chill. So I don't really think that's it.
Yeah.
I think which leads me to my hypothesis. Ready for my guess?
What?
It's a bad guess, but I'm going to throw it out there. I'm going to move away from Soda or Gundam. I'm going to say it's Akane. Mechanically doesn't work, but I think motivation-wise, my thought is that she was never really comfortable with Nekomaru, and he didn't really acknowledge her very much after the transformation. So I think she was kind of, okay, you didn't really bring him back, time to, end this facade. Okay, it's Akane. She wouldn't use the word facade. But that kind of end this farce of life.
I don't think she would know the word farce either, but I see where you're coming from. My point of view is more from a who could have done it in a story perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't think it's Fuyuhiko, and I don't think it's Nagito, purely from a story aesthetic. I have no reason to doubt that they wouldn't do it, other than the story kind of has set up that they're both making it to the end, because Fuyuhiko already had his whole trial thing.
Yeah, and Nagito is Golden Boy, whatever.
It's not Golden Boy. It's just that Nagito clearly has importance.
And he's very clearly your Golden Boy.
He clearly has importance that hasn't been explained, and this murder doesn't, have anything to do with that importance. Same as, in the first game, the Kirigiri. She was important. She didn't know what her ability was. And, you knew she was going to make it to the end because she was so vital to the story part of the game, mm-hmm. that killing her off in, the second murder would have been a huge waste, and you would have been well, what was all this that she was saying and going on about and all this kind of stuff that was happening? So Nagito is that person. It's the meta of he just has too much going on with his character that hasn't been resolved, and I don't believe can be resolved in this one trial. He needs to make it to the end. He might be the final killer. He might be the final person killed, but he's going to be there.
Thought. Remember what they said about the last game? Last game, this one was a suicide.
Mm-hmm.
Collapsing a pillar on yourself would be an effective form of suicide.
It would be? But I don't... Why would he have gone through the final dead game?
I think he would have gone through the final dead game because I think it was more of a motivation to save everyone else, knowing that no one else would be able to, get food and didn't want anyone to starve. Self-sacrifice kind of thing. So he set up an elaborate, basically, contraption to kill himself.
But that also betrays one of the things, which is, if they don't figure out who the murderer is, they all die.
But they
so
can
why
vote
didn't,
for a
no.
suicide. Oh.
But why didn't he just say it was me? If he's trying to save all of them, why come up with a huge, complicated plan?
Because they have to go through despair. Otherwise, it's not the ultimate hope.
But that's not Nagito who died.
Yeah, I
It's
know, but that's
Nekomaru.
Nagito levels of stupid.
Yeah, but Nekomaru's not Nagito levels of hope and despair.
No, but he is that stupid.
Anyway, so here's my thoughts very quickly. From a story perspective, I don't think it's Fuyuhiko and I don't think it's Nagito. From the evidence we've been given perspective, I don't think it's any of the girls because I think it's fairly obvious that the person had a path between Strawberry House and Grape House, and possibly the broken elevator was to make it seem like it had to be a Grape House person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And plus, as we discussed in the previous episode, the alarm clock alibi in Strawberry House only works as an alibi if you're in Strawberry House.
So
otherwise, it's a really pointless alarm for no reason other than to make people be there so that there's no point to it unless it serves as an alibi. So therefore, I'm assuming it's an alibi and the person had to be there for it to work as an alibi.
So between Gundam and Soda.
So to me, it is between Gundam and Soda, or my curveball would be it's actually Hajime.
I was also thinking that.
Which I don't get why it would be Hajime, but it could be Hajime, and it could be when we tried to go in the dead room and stopped because of Chiaki before, we actually came back and did it anyway. I don't know why we would do that. It's a little weird for it to be the fourth case for us to do that, but it's a potential option.
And they set up the potential to switch over to Nagito as a character.
Yeah, so
But this could also be a fake out, right? Like the last game, you had to get one wrong in order to progress the story properly.
Yeah. So we're going down this elevator, and we're about to find out all the answers after
they've been going for a really long time.
Yeah, it's a really deep tunnel.
We are now hitting the upper mantle.
Yes.
Hey.
When we're in a normal elevator that shakes this bad.
I think they're actually talking. We just can't hear them. Go ahead.
They're not. It reminds me how efficient that elevator in the FunHouse was.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true.
The elevator continued to shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake its booty. Shake its booty. Oh, yeah. And descended deeper and deeper.
Was that even the words?
Yeah.
I thought it would shake your body.
Shake your booty.
We're thinking
Shake your booty.
We're thinking different songs. Go ahead.
And suddenly, it stopped. Like all elevators do.
Not that one in The Conjuring or whatever that movie was.
And the door opened.
Oh, God.
Appropriate.
I hate you. No.
Come on, Monokuma.
Give my eyes a second to stop.
We don't have time. Go.
I understand your desire to applaud this wonderfully vulgar trial ground. But it's so exhausting to discuss useless things, so let's just get on with it already.
So sad. My chest hurts.
My eyes hurt.
Forcing everyone to do this is so sad.
Forcing me to look at this is so sad. Hey, don't go talk without permission after I've said my catchphrase.
Now I'm really angry.
Otherwise, I'll roll a dice, and based on the result, I'll give you a sex change operation that many times.
Ow.
Snip, 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 snip.
What an extreme punishment.
Now then.
Let's get on with it once again. Let's get a move on, boys and girls.
And so it begins.
Is that an iPad?
I hoped this would never happen again, and now it's happening for the 4th time. It's almost like I should expect this to keep happening.
Yeah, I wonder.
The curtain to the 4th class trial was about to open! Nekomaru Nidai, the ultimate team manager. He was more passionate, more daring, more honest than anyone I'd ever met. One might call him the ultimate passionate, daring, honest man. Truly, he was more man than any of us.
He's more machine than man at this point.
But his heart is more man than machine. Truly a conundrum for the ages.
I mean, I was quoting Star Wars.
And I was quoting Sir Patrick Fitzgerald III. For Yugoslavia.
Okay, you can't just quote like that. We need to double check these so we can get them past legal. You don't just get to, throw out names like that. Any references made in this episode are clearly meant to be fictitious and are not in any way reliant or based upon real-world persons. If you feel you have been harmed by this in any way, please call help.
He sacrificed his body to protect Akane, and his appearance changed drastically because of that. But he still tried to live earnestly and without his balls. And just when I finally got used to his new ballless form...
I mean, you don't know.
Nekomaru's killer
We never confirmed.
is one of us!
They are among us.
Among
us.
Among us? Killing someone because it's the only way to survive is no excuse!
It kind of is.
I won't let this be excused! I won't forgive this! The person who betrayed Nekomaru! Who betrayed their friends! I will never ever forgive them! And so, this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun! Do-do-do-do-do. Sure.
Yes.
We have more points, so I'll just add charisma.
Are there any of these that we don't have unlocked? Or we get to pick between them, right?
Yeah. So I just added the last one we didn't have.
Alright.
Let's go! I'm actually interested to know who
Now
did
then,
this.
let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial,
Yes,
if you
yes.
vote
Okay, we already
correctly,
know this part.
I'll punish I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get wrapped
You
up
fed
and
us.
Yeah,
raring
you
to
Are
fed
we
us.
starving for justice?
Whoever
Sorry.
Justice!
Sorry, there is no justice in this game. It's only hope and despair.
Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu.
I like curry. I like rabbit.
Huh? I'm not the main ingredient, right?
Right? Right, darling?
I mean, if you are, rabbit's good.
I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me.
I mean, that was the first time. This time, just
Revenge
because
him.
someone,
I'll definitely find out who the killer
killed him.
is.
I think he would have... I wonder if he would have died regardless of the Nekomaru form, right?
What?
Was it because he was a robot that they killed him is the question.
Oh, you mean if that's part of the motive?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it?
Maybe that's it. Maybe Soda did it because he's he's a mechanic and he's so, his brain goes one way with machines that he's just that's a machine, not a person. I can kill him and bring him back together.
But the problem is he was the one who was super hesitant to do any type of investigation on it.
Yeah, because that's evidence.
I guess.
Mikon did it in the autopsy on the last person, and
Yeah, I
that
don't
was the
think
key
they would
to
do
her
that.
case.
I don't think they would do that twice in a row.
Yeah, what I'm saying is he knows that. He doesn't want it to happen again. Hence why he would be hesitant.
Yeah,
He'd
but
be like, last time they
two
asked
in a
Mikon to do
row
the
of-
autopsy, and she gave herself away because of it.
I guess. I don't think so, but it's fine.
You seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
Yeah, she does.
Why don't we try going over the incident?
Thank you, Fihika.
We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m. I headed over to Grape Tower for Monokuma Taichi and found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning?
Yes, Soda. You knew this, Soda. I was on the other house, Soda.
I don't think it's Soda.
Tell me you three were together since last night.
Because I think him and Sonia, his like distrust of you, especially for your affinity for Sonia, is going to become a much more important point toward the end. But that's just
Sonia's
me.
been going off with Gundam this entire time.
Yeah, which I still like. As long as Gundam isn't the murderer here, if it's not us, I'm okay with Gundam.
We've discussed this before. We will not discuss this again.
Yes, and I hate Twitter, but it did show me some amazing fan art of Gundam and Sonya together. Which I'm sure was just a fan shipping, but like, it was cute.
Sonia, do you want to reword this?
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
With legs like those, I could probably do the splits real easy.
Oh, Akane.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House and went to the tower together.
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously.
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 As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
Great fun.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer. Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes.
Must be one of the dudes.
One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
You're the cruelest one here.
Now, enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously.
Oh, you sassy Chiaki.
We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many
Her
questions.
X is a plus sign.
Oh, for like medicine.
Yeah.
Or the Swiss flag, you know.
Notwithstanding,
It's a big plus.
I also have
One of
many
them.
questions.
Then let's start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon.
Wow, that's insulting.
I don't know if it was supposed to be, but it was.
Well, the weapon is obvious.
Also,
right?
Nagito's already in sassy form, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready for this to be the shortest trial ever, because Nagito just comes out and it's like, it was Gundam. Done. And everybody's like, what? And Nagito's just like, frick it. I don't even want you guys to solve this one. I'm just done with everyone.
Out of focus Nagito concerns me a bit.
What the heck, you guys? The weapon. You can totally tell just by looking.
You can tell what the weapon is just by looking. It wouldn't be much of a mystery if that were true.
It's the
The
pillar.
only thing in the crime scene that looked like a weapon was probably the hammer or the pillar. Because
Gotta be the pillar.
it was the pillar, but the hammer's the thing that looked like a weapon, right?
I think we go tipped over pillar. Yeah.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer. The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided.
Okay, so we have to change. Beat the crap
hammer
out of
in
him?
the tower was the weapon, like you said. It looks like that was the case, but
I guess we
maybe
should
it's
figure
the
out
fact
weapon
that
first.
the hammer
The
looks
weapon was
new,
right there at the scene of the crime.
so it
Yeah, I think
counteracts
so.
beating the crap out of him.
Yeah. That or we
The
agree
hammer.
with surprise.
The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
There we go.
No, that's
Yes.
First try.
Ah!
No, I can't accept that hammer was the murder weapon.
I
Good for you.
can't.
I
I
can.
just can't accept it.
Why not? Why can't you accept it?
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right?
Yes, just like human blood, which we all have extensive knowledge of now that we've been on this murder vacation. See, we've all learned something.
I would really love if after the vacation they all went into like either writing murder mystery novels or went into like detectives and crime forensics.
Yeah, they formed their own special unit.
It's just no, they formed their special like murder scene cleanup unit. Just like one of those like, cleaning up all the blood and stuff from scenes. And they have to have complete privacy while they do it. It's just like, hey, this reminds me of the time that Byakuya died. And they just laugh about it.
CSI Danganronpa.
But that hammer was
NCI
clean.
Romp? I don't know.
So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Correct, Fuyuhiko.
Well, yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
Why?
Why? You're right, why?
Well, obviously,
I love the design of those
to
hearts,
make
by the way.
hammer look like it's not
It's the only part of this room I'm okay with.
Then why bother cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
You're pretty insightful, baby gangsta.
That was my nickname in high school.
Baby gangsta.
Baby gangsta? Me?
Is he the BG instead of the OG?
Just so you all know, I was trying to test you guys.
It's Soda. Soda needs to
Maybe
die.
you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
It seems that was a waste of time.
Yes, Gundam. It was a waste of time.
Then what
But now
was
we
the
know
real
who the
weapon
murderer
used
is.
to murder Nekomaru?
That's the
Because last
problem.
time,
There wasn't
Mikon was
anything
also
else at
trying
the
to
crime
like
scene that
throw
looked
us
like
off
a
during the
potential
trial.
weapon.
It is a sign that he is suspicious.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon, right?
The actual
it's
weapon has
coming
oil on
up.
it. But if it's something at the crime scene that had oil on it, the broken pillar!
I've got it.
The only thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Then that pillar is the weapon. Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar.
Kind of.
Nobody could
Good
withstand
try.
a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Yeah, but we're not talking about as a weapon.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
I'm gonna need some audio.
Huff puff. It's no use. It's barely budging. Didn't I tell you?
Yeah,
Thank you.
that pillar was pretty freaking heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Coach
Nekomaru.
Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
So, he lifted the pillar.
So I
and
think
And then
Did he
beat
use it to
himself
beat
with
himself?
it. Yes! We figured it out.
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
Don't be stupid. He ain't the type to commit suicide.
neither was
Then
Sakura.
even if
Okay,
Nekomaru
Sakura kind of
lifted
was.
That pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Well, I guess you're right.
You tried, Akane.
You're giving your best effort, Akane, and really, what
So-
more could we ask?
So what
of
if
you?
we revisit the idea that I think I had earlier, which was someone basically was standing there, and Nekomaru went to save them by catching the pillar, and while he was holding it, they hit him in the back of the head with a hammer to break open the button. Pressed the button, he went to sleep, and then the pillar crushed him.
Maybe,
That
but
would
that
give-
puts their life in a lot of risk, and also means that there's a hammer just like hanging out.
No, the big smash hammer.
Yeah, I know. It means that had to be hanging out. But this isn't hammer space. This isn't Zelda. They can't just hold a giant hammer in their pocket. They have to be like
Well, I mean,
holding
they
the
could
hammer.
have been holding it when Nekomaru went to save them. He would not have cared. He was Nekomaru. He jumped in front of a rocket launcher twice for the same person who didn't learn their lesson.
I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying
I'm
that's
saying
a really
if
stupid
someone
plan for
was
whoever
trying to
did it.
manipulate Nekomaru to act in a certain way, that was the only way they know that he would do that.
Then how did he get caught up in cord?
I don't know yet. I'm just throwing out an element.
But it does bother me a little. What word? Suicide.
Yeah, he dragged his programming into the recycle bin and emptied it.
He did it just like Nier Automata.
By the way, the fourth murder of the killing school life was apparently ruled a suicide.
Huh? No, that shouldn't matter. There's no way Nekomaru will commit suicide.
But that's a problem. If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Huh? For reals?
For wheels.
Yes, for reals.
I see.
Aww.
So my gut was right after all. All right, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give it my all.
We go into like bullet time, but that was her. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. She pulls out a gun. Whoa, Sonia, whoa!
I would love it if we, went to Sonia's mind to the next part of it, like we did Nagito's.
Here I go!
But it's just like flowers and teacups and royal crests everywhere.
Did you see the pink heart effect?
Yes. It was quite good.
Alright, we had to confirm something with her, probably.
Probably the wire? If we're saying that was like a tripwire?
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over. Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl. I'm getting hella excited.
Oh no.
I think it has to
The
be...
killer is that really it? No, it's the
There's
fragments.
no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted,
Huh.
They were
beating
underneath
him with it is beyond a
Nekomaru.
dream.
So it had to
so
have
it had to
fallen
be, yeah.
Tipping
first.
the pillar over. They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Even I could probably tip it over. Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
So we already missed it.
Sonia, you go, girl. I'm getting hella excited.
So I guess.
I think there's only two. So you try going against both of them with the pillar fragments and see
There's
what happens.
no need to lift that pillar.
We haven't lost any health
If the pillar was
yet.
not
We're
lifted,
still doing
I'm still trying to figure out what this is saying.
beating him with it is
So.
beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
I guess that's it. Alright.
I love that silhouette of excited
If Nekomaru was
Akane.
crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
Huh? Fragments?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body. If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed him, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
I briefly considered that too. But it's probably not what happened.
I see. That was entirely my bad.
It's okay, Sonia. You tried. You did
Yeah,
good.
you did really well.
This is like your 12th language. You're doing
yeah,
okay.
This was a good. He was exactly.
Don't put a sad face on, Sonia.
They
No
didn't
one
tip it over.
can take
Then
that.
how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
Was
How much
the
longer are we
pillar
gonna focus
falling
on the pillar?
the
Just let it go already.
I don't know, the impetus for the force behind the wire trap then?
Potentially.
Okay.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
Why are you so certain about that?
I just have a feeling.
Trust that gut.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
No,
We
it's
can't say
her
for
experience
sure
because she's the
that
killer.
instinct is wrong, can we?
Yeah, Nagito, come in. You clearly know something. Just say it. Huh?
There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
You're so pathetic.
I mean, don't joke about it. We're the idiots. We haven't figured it out either.
Press A.
Is that true?
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
You guys, same as usual. You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh.
Ha! Ha ha! Like so.
What did you say? Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Hey, Nagito. What the hell happened to you? How come
Knowledge.
you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
Knowledge is what
I've
happened to
learned
me.
a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
Huh? What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough. But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
A specific item?
The rope tied around him?
Yeah, the wire.
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
Ultimate weapon?
Isn't that
Or I guess that.
thing you get when you
Okay.
clear the final dead room?
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
Of course I know. But I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly. Because I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon.
Nagito now is like, I can't believe I thought this guy was cool.
I can't believe I thought. It's okay.
I am he who cuts the insolent.
Well, he's confessing, so.
Yep. Alright, get him. Lock him up, boys. We got our culprit.
Case open, case closed.
That I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon. Since you wield
See?
your 4 dark devas of destruction.
See?
I'm not proud of her for it. I'm sad. She has so much better potential than
Look
that.
how happy he makes her. Look at that smile.
That smile says, I'm going to rule a country and think that the 4 dark devas of destruction are gerbils.
She's willing to humor
Are
him.
gerbils.
She's willing to humor him.
Are gerbils.
He makes her happy, and that is more important.
I see.
Look at this.
No. I don't ship it.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking this.
Soda, I don't like agreeing with you.
Hold up. Owned! Go on.
Cut the bullshit and say it clearly. What is the ultimate weapon?
In order to clarify that, we first need to solve the secret of the FunHouse.
The ultimate weapon is the tower, isn't it?
Yep.
Huh? The secret of the funhouse?
You still don't realize it? Jeez, get it together. You're supposed to be the symbols of hope, aren't you?
This game is really good at getting me to hate people at just the right time.
Ah, I forgot. Except for Hajime, of course.
Oh, right. Except for Hajime. You're still useless. Hajime's in the corner. Thanks!
There's this really good moment from BoJack Horseman.
I really could care less.
Except for Hajime?
It was gonna be short.
I'll explain it to you guys.
Well, it's even shorter now.
Anyway, we must
Don't
first
let me
clarify
fly.
the secret of the funhouse, right?
Not with BoJack Horseman wings, I don't.
Then I
It was
think
just
must
the,
have something
Nope.
to do with the structure of the funhouse.
We have to do something with the structure of the funhouse.
It was just the
That?
Strawberry House leads to Strawberry Tower, and Grape House leads to Grape Tower.
And the Watermelon House leads to the Watermelon Tower. And the Snozberry House tastes like
But
snozberries.
in actuality, they are both the same building, and both houses are linked to the central tower. It is undeniable that such a sweet building structure is the secret of the funhouse.
Man,
Good try,
not
Sonia.
only does that make perfect sense.
If
but
Kazuichi
Sonia's
agrees with you, then it's
beautiful
wrong.
voice is just so
Yeah.
soothing.
Faux show! I shall leave
Oh,
this matter to
show!
your discretion.
Diggity dog,
She's
yo!
going into the Starfire Petra thing of like slowly learning on the intricacies of language and getting
Culture.
close.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it. Also, I love that smile.
The two houses are connected to the tower in the middle. I thought that at first too, but like it's not.
It's not, no. We established that early, so it couldn't be that.
I ended up finding proof that completely contradicts that.
The chain.
Broken doorknob? Yeah, broken doorknob.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the FunHouse.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors.
I mean,
The
yes.
designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
This whole time we've been thinking the two towers are the same building, but it's actually two different towers in a book.
But in actuality, they are connected by the powers of Saruman through the orbs.
Yeah. It's only a mystery. There's no way Nagano will mention it here because
In
Nagito
truth,
knows
Strawberry
everything.
Tower and Grape Tower are actually the exact same place.
Right. Thank you.
Damn it!
Okay, so the broken doorknob
In
isn't
truth,
what it
Strawberry
is.
Tower and Grape
Strange feeling
Tower
in
are actually
tower.
the exact same place.
Is that what we're going for?
No.
So that's the secret of the FunHouse.
Good night button.
Is that really
Tipped over pillar.
It's weird to say they're both
Maybe
the same
that's
place.
With them
walls are
finding the
different colors.
yeah, because it's the wrong direction.
The floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
Yeah.
If it's not that, it could be that with the designs on the floor are
In
different.
truth, Strawberry
Without
Tower
actually
and
agreeing
Grape
with
Tower
it.
are actually the exact same place.
Okay, so that's not it.
Damn it!
In truth, Strawberry Tower
That's not what I want to press.
are actually the exact same place.
So that's the secret of the FunHouse.
Is
Don't
that
you
really it?
see Hiko?
I'm not
weird to
trying
say
to
they're both
shoot
the
him.
same
I'm trying to
place.
shoot these to get more seconds.
I mean, the
Okay,
walls
so
are
I think
different
it's
colors.
definitely got to be the design on the floor, right?
And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem. Give it 10 years before you argue with Miss Sonia.
Here?
I'm trying to. I have to do stuff. But they're yellow, so that means we have to contradict them.
Yeah, I think the point is that they're the same design, but they're facing wrong.
In truth, Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower
Yeah.
are actually the exact.
So that's the secret.
Is that really it?
It's weird to say they're both the same place. I mean, the walls are different colors. And the designs on the floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem.
Oh wait, I was supposed to
10 years
take that
before
one.
you argue with
I
Miss
totally was so
Sonia.
focused on pressing
That's why
A and like hitting everything. I was just like, oh.
Like last time, I'm like, okay, she got it,
I
right?
mean, the walls are different colors.
Or doing free
And the
Hiko's
designs
account
on
or the
floor are also different.
We've already settled this problem.
Oh, you're taking it.
Give
Okay.
it 10 years before
Yes.
you argue with Miss Sonia.
Because we have to contradict it. But the walls being a different color and the floor being a different design are facts. We don't need to contradict those.
Well, the thing is, the design on the floor is the same.
It's not.
It is. It's just facing the direction.
No, it isn't. In one, she's eating a strawberry, and in the other, she's
Yeah,
eating grapes.
I guess that's different enough.
It's different. Oh, it's different enough. It's different.
It's still giant Usami.
Yes,
True,
but
Strawberry
that
Tower and
taste
Grape
is
Tower
not accounted for
Are
yet.
actually the exact same place.
So that's not it. Because the only thing is that it's the exact same place, but we have to find the proof. But I want to
In
look
truth,
through my
Strawberry
stuff.
Tower and Grape Tower.
My things, yeah. Wire. Good night button. Tipped over pillar, which isn't the answer.
Not that.
It's not the wall clock.
So it has to be the broken doorknob.
But I already did that.
Huh. What's the strange feeling in the tower?
Oh. That's stupid. I thought strange feeling in the tower had to do with the, like, oh, you're being watched? The sensors?
Oh, okay, I get why you didn't get that. Okay.
I didn't know they had to do... that's what I clicked tipped over pillar to be. Because I thought that would be what that meant, right? Oh, never mind.
So that's the secret of the FunHouse.
I hit everything that literally proved it, but that.
Is that really it? It's weird to say they're both. I mean, the walls are different. The designs on the.
But that's okay. It's fine.
This game is just so well done.
Just, you know, sometimes there's a bit of a language barrier.
I don't even know. I guess we can blame it on that.
No, that's wrong.
And not just, you know,
bad game design.
Both of those towers, are they really the same place?
Why are you asking that now? Do you harbor a grudge because my
what?
destroyed your homeland?
Sonia?
Sonia, did you lead war crimes?
Sonia, how many war crimes have you committed? Sonia?
Also, is it bad that this makes me more attracted to her?
I mean, doesn't it seem strange? When we went to Great Tower from Great Hall, Nekomaru's body was in front
Seriously,
of
is
the door
that bad though?
Strawberry
Because, it did.
Yes, darling. You should not be attracted to war crimes. War crimes are not a very sexy thing.
But cute girls who commit war crimes are.
You can be attracted to cute girls and not like that they commit war crimes.
Or you can be attracted to both. That's cool too.
Gonna have to disagree with you there, darling. Gonna have to disagree. Back to the murder.
But when we went to Strawberry Tower from Strawberry Hall, his body was in front
Also,
of the
there's
door
no proof she
Great
did war crimes. Conquering
Oh my
Kingdom
god.
doesn't necessarily
Darling,
mean you
darling,
attack.
let it go. Let the war crimes go.
Also, this is I don't even know what time period this is. The definition of war crimes depends on which body is adjudicating it. So I don't know.
They have mechs and robot people. And
Yeah,
the
so I'm
ability
sure
to create disease, so you know.
So I'm sure the definitions of war crimes are highly different. Because it depends very much on, well, kind of on the content.
Darling, we don't have time to talk about the intricacies of war crimes. We have a murder to solve.
Committing war crimes. Don't know why I like it.
Probably some kind of trick.
But for some reason I like it.
Or rotating 180 degrees or something. If it is, then see? That means it could have passed as the exact same place, right?
If so, then what? Do you seriously think such a simple answer is the correct answer?
Yeah, Occam's razor is bullshit.
Does that mean
No one believes in that.
Because this game is just about making it as complicated as possible.
If the floor didn't rotate, then that means we need to think about the structure of the building again.
Bow down.
Her hair had a bit that was just broken. You could see, like, where it had broken from the rest of her head.
Well, we were moving from Grape Tower to Strawberry Tower, but we should have all been together during that time. Even if they tried to move the body inside the tower.
Then Monokuma did it. While we were moving, Monokuma quickly moved things around.
But Nekomaru's body wasn't the only thing moved. Are you saying the broken pillar was moved too?
If it is too heavy to carry, let them roll it. Just like if there is no bread, let them eat cake.
That's not what that means, Sonia. Also, you shouldn't say that. Bad things happen to people who say that.
Although actually historically there's no proof that she ever said that. It's attributed to people before her, but still.
Oh my gosh, the spirit of the thing still remains.
There are many different ways. The body in the pillar could have been moved. The pillar could have been rolled. and Nekomaru could have been moved piece by piece. I decree it was Monokuma's doing.
Monokuma's just sitting there like, really?
Moving the body and the pillar in such a short time. That might be hard even for Monokuma, don't you think?
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding up the pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene. He could have moved it all easy as pie.
I think the oil.
Yeah.
It seems you have forgotten. Monokuma is surprisingly strong, wielding the power of the futuristic Robo-Bear. The pillar, the body, everything at the crime scene?
Allow me to cut through those words.
Oil! Doesn't come out of carpets really easily. I've tried before, but it just doesn't work.
I wonder why they use Sonya as the antagonist for this one.
Because it's always just someone unattached to the crime.
Okay.
I mean, like last time it was Akane.
Yeah, you're right. Also, I don't believe she would actually sell the meat cake. I think that was just a line they threw up for her. Because she's got to be like a good ruler, right? We have to believe that we're not taking over.
She is the ultimate princess. That could mean she is a tyrant.
Well, at least her family is, and she's being raised in that manner.
Yes, that manor is called a castle. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Ching!
Physically moving all of the oil like that is simply not possible.
Audience, I want you to know that when I bop for stuff like this, it doesn't hurt her. Just maybe her pride a little bit.
Then it's impossible to think it was moved.
I am terribly sorry. I cannot believe I got so fired
She's
up.
just hungry. It's okay.
It's all right. A fired-up Miss Sonya is awesome to watch.
I agree, Soda.
What really happened? Does
Just
that
like when she
mean
was
the
firing
two
those
towers
cannons
aren't
at the
the
rebel
same
insurgents.
We can't be certain of that either. Not when the experiment involving the handbook I left on the tower floor was a complete success.
Yeah, the E-handbook was still there. That's why we thought the two towers were the same building.
If they're not the same building or two different buildings, then what are they?
It's the same top half, but the different bottom half.
No idea, huh?
This mystery ties into the secret of the FunHouse.
And we're not going to
But
be
we
able
don't have enough clues to solve that
to
mystery.
get it, so Nagito's going to give it to us being all condescending and smirk.
Yeah, then the only thing we could do is rely on the one person who has the clues. Scooby-Doo, where are you?
Hey, Nagito. I thought it would come to this. I knew my turn was coming up. Fine. I'll tell you guys a big hint that can help you solve the secret
Hey,
of the
Nagito,
FunHouse.
want to remind you, you're the only one who has key information.
Give us the answer,
It's not
a friggin' hint.
your
But that doesn't mean
privilege
anything.
to
I
give
need
us
you guys to
information.
do this
It's
class
necessary
trial
to the
properly.
trial. You're not condescending us to give us information that we could not otherwise get.
Look, he just doesn't believe in us anymore. It's okay.
I know, but now he's at the point where any help, even if it's actually just his responsibility as part of the trial, is considered, oh, I'm going to step down to your level because you guys can't do this yourself. You can't do it with one person. That's the whole point of a class trial.
In the game, yeah, but if it was real life, the point would be...
And he was one of the only people who was able to go through the final dead room, getting information that the rest of us did not
yeah,
get.
but he believes that if we're ultimates, we should have been able to go through the final dead room too.
Yeah, but we didn't, because we didn't have time. We were doing other stuff, you know, like
Then that's
living and starving.
Then that's our fault, you know?
Determine something.
That is very
Determine?
Nagito defensive.
Is he talking about the traitor? If so, why did Nagito say that all of a sudden? Did something happen to him?
How do we know your hint is any good? It's suspicious that you're the only one who knows.
Well, you and the
I
murderer.
have a good reason for that. The reason I'm the only one who knows it is because I was the only one who performed the appropriate action.
He performed an appropriate action in order to learn the secret. He could be talking about the life-threatening game.
Well, if he says he's the only one, then does that mean the murderer did not?
Right? Mm-hmm. You cleared the life-threatening game there and found something, didn't you?
That's right. The hint is what I saw after I cleared it.
So the window that made you laugh.
In the depths of the final dead room, there was a hidden room surrounded by concrete. And there, a small conspicuous window waited, all by itself. From that window, I saw some very strange scenery.
Strange scenery?
Instead of explaining it, it might be faster just to show you.
Yes, please.
At an opportune time, I found a perfect camera in the final dead room.
You took a
Oh, that's
picture?
coincidence.
Yep.
Nagito grinned creepily as he retrieved a small digital camera from his inner pocket.
So he took the camera with him for that.
This is it.
Or is that the point of the camera being in there? So I think we actually
Maybe.
use pictures on the camera as a clue.
As he said that, he showed us a peculiar picture.
Let me explain it to you again. I took this picture on the first floor of Strawberry House, from the secret room within the final dead room. But don't you think it's weird? If the FunHouse's structure is what you guys have been thinking, then there's lots of things that don't make sense in this picture, right?
Yeah, like what is that one really poorly drawn tree doing there?
Lots of things that shouldn't make sense in this picture.
All those trees are happy. This isn't Bob
Shall
Ross.
I call it thinking time?
No.
Monokuma just...
Not another minigame. No more.
No, Monokuma just gets out of his chair and slaps him. I make up the game!
See? Like,
What
okay.
doesn't make sense in this picture? We've done this before!
Have we?
Yes, we do this every trial!
We only have 30 seconds. Okay. Is it the fact that the tower is right?
Their fact there's nothing on the other side of the tower.
FunHouse is what we thought it was. Grape House and Strawberry House should link to the tower in the middle, which means if you're viewing the tower from Strawberry House, you should see Grape House behind it. But in this photo, I don't see anything behind the
Okay,
tower.
why are all of
No
those
shadow,
trees
no
so
shape,
weirdly
no
drawn?
Grape House at all.
Because it's art. I don't know. Sit down and pay attention to your murderos.
No, I won't sit for this. I will stand for this.
I
Bob
see.
Ross would be sad with those
Is that
trees.
it?
Nagito said there's lots of things that don't make sense. I think there are contradictions contained in it. The fact that we're not on the first floor.
You said this photo was taken from the hidden room inside the final dead room, right? If that's the case, then that means it should have been taken from the first floor of Strawberry House.
Good call.
Yeah, it should have been.
Then this is definitely strange. This photo doesn't look like it was taken from the first floor. The angles suggest it was taken from higher up.
Oh, so is it actually
That's
an
right.
elevator so they're all different levels? And the tower moves accordingly?
But we know the elevator doesn't move up or down.
It spins, you're right.
In summary, this is the truth contained in this photo.
So I think they are
First
back to
floor of
back.
Strawberry House
And they
is
just
located in
spin
a
to
high
face the
area,
tower.
And Grape House is not behind the tower.
Maybe the tower moves. Or I don't know.
It's not.
No, it wouldn't,
Are
'cause
you
it would-
saying that
it would have to go through
Greyhouse is
trees.
Merely an illusion spell cast by Monokuma's cursed eye.
Yep, that's exactly what we mean, Gundam.
Totally, Gundam.
From this point
You're
on,
so helpful.
do your own thinking. Now that you've finally met the same requirements as me,
See, like,
if
that
you
I'm
guys are
more
truly
okay with.
Symbols of hope.
But,
You
like,
can easily solve a simple mystery
uneven
like
playing
this.
field and judging him for being on
Possible
uneven
for
playing
Hajime
field
to
is just
solve it
wrong.
too, even though he's just a normal high school student.
Nagito! Why must you keep stabbing me in the heart like this?
Because it's funny.
Despite the fact that you don't have a real talent, you already know about the other clue.
The other clue? Oh yeah, the fact that you can teleport like a Super Saiyan. The other clue? Is he talking about that one time?
Is that the ultimate weapon? Just the powers of Goku?
Why hello there, Hagame! Because I showed up!
The greatest weapon. Cosmo and Wanda.
You're referring to when you suddenly appeared on the second floor of Grape House, right?
I'm asking you just to be safe. At the time, where do you think I came from?
The top floor, right?
Such sharp eyes. So you realized it already?
Top floor. So the third floor?
But the Monokuma archive should be the only room on
Except
the
the part
third
that's
floor of
blocked
Grape
off.
House.
What does it mean?
Was that thing just now another hint of figuring out the mystery behind the FunHouse's structure? The reason Nagito appeared from the third floor. Using the photo you took, I might be able to find the answer if I just think about it.
Are you going to?
Let's do this!
Yes, let's.
Logic dive! Alright, I don't really understand it, but let's go.
I think I do.
What do you think it is?
We'll see. We'll see.
Alright, hypocrite.
Sweet kick flips.
Whee!
I mean, you already know what I think. I think they're back to back and that they're connected by that blocked off area on the top floor.
Possibly. Ow, that came out of nowhere.
Are you still on hard for the minigames?
Yes.
Okay. Question 1.
Strawberry and Grape House both exist.
We know that they exist.
They exist because the shape is different.
Yeah.
So they both exist. Tricky.
These are just, yeah. I mean, it's interesting little new challenge, I guess. Because they said, you know what would make Mario Party better? Plot.
Okay. Are Strawberry the same building or two different buildings? I think they're the same building.
I think they're the same building.
Yes, they're the same
Yeah,
building.
because obviously it's the brick structure in a forest means they can't move. So it's just the elevator that's moving.
The elevator changes perspective.
And it just, yeah, spins, make you face the other side.
Okay. Position with each other vertically. Sure.
I think it's, okay, I guess.
But that doesn't explain the elevator. They're on top of each other, sure. That kind of makes sense, but like... that doesn't explain why the elevator doesn't go up or down.
Guess we'll find out in a second.
It's all coming together. Got it. I know the secret of the FunHouse.
Then let me hear it. What kind of answer will you give, I wonder?
Will you...
One that only the best mind surfing could provide.
Yeah, if I answer this question for you, Nagito, will you suddenly respect me?
In the picture Nagito took from Strawberry House, I didn't see Grape House at all. So where did Grape House go? There was only one possibility. It was in a position where it couldn't be seen from Strawberry House. Which means Strawberry House and Grape House are in the same building, but on different floors.
Same building, different floors?
Then the two houses aren't two different 3-story buildings. They're actually one 6-story building?
If you think about it like that, based on Nagito's picture, it's clear where Strawberry House is located.
Strawberry is the floors above Grape House.
I see.
Because that's how we got to the top of the Grape House, was by
Grape
going
House.
through the bottom of
That's
Strawberry.
where Strawberry House is located. Because of that, the photo taken from the first floor of Strawberry House was at a high angle. Altogether, this means the first floor of Strawberry House is also the 4th floor above Grape House.
Oh, snap. I never expected that the two houses were connected vertically.
And that doesn't explain why
The elevator just rotates 180 degrees.
That doesn't explain why Grape House and Grape Tower and Strawberry Tower, why it's flipped. Right? See, like that's where
I think
kept
that
getting...
one could be intentionally to trick you with the projections.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is like, this is why I didn't get what the FunHouse was, because the elevator somehow moves 180 degrees, but it's not up and down Or it does move up and down, but it's like really weird about it. I don't know. And then the freaking towers are the same, but they are flipped. But if it has to be the same tower if they're on top of each other.
Yeah.
Right?
I think we just have to see what it's gonna say.
But what about the shape of the building? The two houses were
Literally the
different
least
shapes.
important part.
Strawberry House is 4-sided, and Grape House is 6-sided, right?
It never occurred to us that they were the same building because it was structured with two different shapes.
That's not why we didn't think of that, but it's fine.
Quadrilateral and a hexagon. Overlaid atop each other to misdirect how we would perceive them. And it worked, didn't it? Disregarding the tower, we fully believed the two houses were two separate, distinct buildings.
In order to conceal the unique design of the FunHouse, Monokuma put us to sleep so we couldn't look at the outside of the building when he brought us to it.
You've just been Kuma'd!
What?
There's a camera there, there's a camera there, there's a camera there.
Yeah!
This is a prank, bro.
It's all prank! Ashton Kutcher comes from the side. Oh yeah!
Nekomaru is putting himself back together.
I was alive the whole time, don't mind me. Just wanted to prank you, but this great house we're in.
We have to get through why the house makes sense this way.
We do. Next time.
I want to know what their justification is. I want to know.
I know you want to know, and I'm sure everybody at home wants to know.
I want to know. Can you show me?
We will figure it out on the next episode.
I want to know.
See you guys then. Bye-bye.
Can you show me?
Hi there. It's the end of the video, my friend. Hit the bell if it was okay. I'm sure I'll make good content someday. I'll play some games or do some drawing, Pokemon and fights with darling, video essays and reviews. I couldn't do it without you, so thanks. Like and subscribe.